Hello, welcome to all of you. And today we will be completing this lesson, plant physiology. I want to tell you three very important things. You have to know them. First one, some halophytes. Halophytes. What are halophytes? These are plants which live in a saline habitat. It lives in salty water. For example, very close to us, a place called Pichavaram, where you can see these mangroves. They are called as mangrove forests. These halophytes, these plants which are growing in a salty, marshy ground, these roots cannot breathe because the soil is salty, the water is salty in nature, so that these roots, they are called as negatively geotropic roots. Of course, they have the normal roots. The normal roots, they are positively geotropic, but there are certain roots which grow vertically upwards, 180 degree. 180 degree, if you see, it's a straight line. So it grows upwards, upright. Mainly, these roots, they grow upwards, vertically upwards. And on these roots, you find small holes, small pores, துளைகள். And these pores are called pneumatodes. Pneumatodes. They are just like these lenticels. We studied about lenticular transpiration. So, what are lenticels? They are tiny openings that is found on the barks in woody stems. That's what we studied in the last class. So, these pneumatodes are just like these lenticels, minute openings, and they are found on these upright growing roots. That is, these roots are negatively geotropic, and these roots we call them as pneumatophores. On the pneumatophores, you find pneumatodes through which exchange of gases takes place. So they help in respiration, they help in breathing. They take in oxygen and they leave out carbon dioxide. That is about halophytes. So halophytes, உவர்தாவரங்கள். And what type of tropism? புவி சார்பசைவு. புவி சார்பசைவு, அதாவது அந்த ஜியோட்ராஃபிக், நெகட்டிவ்லி ஜியோட்ராஃபிக், அந்த தூண்டல், புவி ஈர்ப்பு விசை தூண்டலுக்கு எதிரானவை, நெகட்டிவ்லி ஜியோட்ராஃபிக். So they are called as breathing roots or respiratory roots. Then next one is a very good example for thigmonasty, movement of a part of a plant in response to touch. That's what we studied in the last class. Thigmonasty, movement of a part of a plant in response to touch. Here, example is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap. What is Venus flytrap? The zoological name, Dionia mixipula. Dionia muscipula or mixipula. இது எதற்கு எடுத்துக்காட்டாக இருக்கிறது? திசை சாரா தூண்டல். திசை, ஒரு திசையை நோக்கி அல்ல, இது திசை சாரா தூண்டல். And it exhibits one of the fastest known Gnostic movements. Gnostic movements means திசை சாரா தூண்டல், ஒரு திசையை நோக்கி நடைபெறுகிற இயக்கம் அல்ல. So that is why they are called as Gnostic movements. And fastest Gnostic movement, they say it is the fastest Gnostic movement. Venus flytrap, how does it close? Venus flytrap has delicate hairs on the inside of its flat leaves. If you see those leaves, these leaves are flattened. And inside these flat leaves you find hairs, and those hairs have to be disturbed twice in 20 seconds. ஒவ்வொரு 20 நொடிகளுக்கு 20 நொடி ரெண்டு முறை these hairs have to be disturbed twice in 20 seconds, and immediately the flattened leaves they close. So when a insect, for example an housefly or any insect, when they enter into the flattened leaves and they touch these sensitive hairs or delicate hairs, that will make those flattened leaves to close. So these hairs are disturbed. When the hairs are disturbed, automatically the flattened leaves they close, and they secrete digestive juices, and that's how they absorb the nitrogenous substances, because these plants they live in an area where nitrogen is deficient, so that they wanted this nitrogen for their luxurious growth, for producing yield. So they need nitrogen. So these plants they trap these insects, they digest. Those enzymes are called proteolytic enzymes. So they digest the proteins and they absorb the nitrogen content from these insects. Thus these hairs, these delicate hairs, they have to be disturbed. Only when they are disturbed, the flattened leaves they close very fastly. Then the next thing I want to tell you is Vespa orientalis. What is Vespa orientalis? நமக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா, குளவி. It's a social insect. And do the insects also trap solar energy? There is a question. பூச்சி இனங்களும் சூரிய ஒளியை ஈர்க்குமா? தாவரங்களைப் போல plants they absorb or they trap solar energy. அதைப் போல இந்த பூச்சிகளும் சூரிய ஒளியை ஈர்க்குமா? For this question, Tel Aviv University, where is Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv is the capital of Israel. The scientists in that Tel Aviv University, they have found out that this social insect by name Vespa orientalis, and the common name is oriental hornets. This oriental hornets, kulavigal, they have the capability, or they have the capacity, or they have the capability to trap solar energy, to absorb solar energy. How? They have a yellow patch on its abdomen. And the வயிற்று பகுதியில், abdomen is nothing but வயிற்று பகுதி. So there is a yellow patch on the abdomen of these oriental hornets or Vespa orientalis, and they have an unusual cuticle. What is cuticle? மேல் தோல், அசாதாரணமான ஒரு மேல் தோல் அமைப்பு அங்கே காணப்படுகிறது. And that unusual cuticle, it has a stake of 30 layers thick. அந்த மேல் தோல் வந்து 30 அடுக்கு layers, 30 அடுக்குகளை கொண்ட ஒரு தடித்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர், அது தடித்து காணப்படுகிறது. So it's a stake of 30 layers thick, தடித்து காணப்படுகிறது. And what does that cuticle consist of? That cuticle consists of yellow pigment, yellow light sensitive pigment. மஞ்சள் நுண் ஒளி உணர் நிறமி pigment, color. It's a coloring pigment. So this, but it doesn't contain chlorophyll, that green pigment. அந்த பச்சை நிறமி இவற்றில் காணப்படுவதில்லை. மாறாக இந்த மஞ்சள் நுண் ஒளி உணர் நிறமி என்று அழைக்கப்படுகிறது. This yellow light sensitive pigment is found on these cuticle. And what is the name of that pigment? The name of the pigment is called xanthopterin. What is the use of this pigment? This works as a light harvesting molecule. So this pigment, it captures, it traps the sun's light energy so that it transforms the light energy into electrical energy. So அந்த ஒளி ஆற்றலை மின் ஆற்றலாக இது மாற்றுகிறது. So by this we finish this chapter called plant physiology, and the question and answers I'll be sending you through WhatsApp, and also I'll be giving you assignment, and you should work it. Very soon you will be given the books and notebooks, so you must neatly write the assignment in the classwork which will be given very shortly. You will be intimated about that. You must come and buy the books and the notebooks, and you should write in the classwork neatly, and when the school reopens you should bring it. Okay, very good, and God bless you. We will have we'll go to the next chapter in the next class.